We keep our head above water in these last days. And just because it's the last days don't mean that we can put our heads down. Made in the image of God. So if you hate me, you hate the creator, my neighbor. We 0.5 seconds from meeting our maker, the savior. Gonna say well done or I never knew you. Melanated people, salvation is FUBU, so they can't hang with us. Come around and take our name from us. They living dangerous, and that right there is really strange to us. And if you bang on us, just make sure you out of range for us. We say a prayer and you go poof, turn you into angel dust. I ain't playing, devil busy persuading. Mad cause he know we coming and taking over the land. Woolly hair and feet like burnt brass. The first shall be last. That false image they painted like bananas, it turned fast. Life full of oppression, was raised in Mississippi, ran away like Kunta. Now these slave catchers wanna get me. You get with me and catch $1.50, cause I ain't going back. Prophesying on these records, homie, this is more than rap.
They can't hold us down. They can't and suffocate our life. We will survive, cause we're in the image of God. Hold us, you can't and suffocate our life. You can't, we will survive, cause we're in the image of God.
Made in God's image, my vision on the kingdom, working salvation for my kingdom pension. Up in heaven where my riches, where y'all demons treat my cannon like a blicky. Can't be iffy who you really serving, y'all or the enemy. See me better, taught me plenty. I'm a fisher and a witness. Found out who I was, tried to tell them they don't listen. So from the tippy, I'm gonna yell it. From the trenches of Atlanta to the felons that feel lost and with the system stay in battle. See oppression make a wise man mad. I know my shepherd who gon' lead me to green pastures where they far from my path. The bread of life, I'd rather have the king's food, I'll pass. Change my standards for the mammon, know the angels keeping tabs. Don't need a bed for where I wanna be, y'all fulfill my needs. Ebony was on our neck for 100 years, we couldn't breathe, now we free. We some royal priests from a royal seed. When they look at me, the image of the Father, I hope they see.
They can't hold us down. They can't and suffocate our life. We will survive, cause we're in the image of God. Hold us, you can't and suffocate our life. You can't, we will survive, cause we're in the image of God. In this image, it's a privilege, I ain't even trying to boast. I'm staying humble, but this nation do the most. It's going down, about to beat them up like Ali, Mike Tyson, knock them down. We're tired of the violence, we're tired of the hatred. We're tired of being living 3/5 of a man. We wanna go home. They can't hold us down. They can't and suffocate our life. We will survive, cause we're in the image of God. Hold us, you can't and suffocate our life. You can't, we will survive, cause we're in the image of God.
You already know what it is. This Big J, not the little one. We in the major league. We're knocking out the park. Anything you thought was, it's not. Okay? It's not. We got the keys to the street, and it's about to go up. Hey.
Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep. The kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it. Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep. The kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you can bet it. Major League, it's for the 12, Even for those locked away in those cells, Gotta rep it, gotta teach it, get no camouflage. Gotta walk it like I talk it, this ain't no facade. Prices go up, prices come down, yeah, it's raining heavy. I ain't scared to speak the truth, this word is my machete. When I walk up in the room, all the demons pause. trembling and shaking while I clenching their jaws. I represent the Holy One, faithful and true. Revelation 19 is for me and for you. Riding on the white horse, judging and making war. Unlocked another mystery, just up to score. Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it. Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it.
Now I know your name, I say it with my chest. You know there's something about this faith that take these shackles off of your neck. I've been out of the way, watch him guide my steps. I ain't playing no charades or guessing games, read the text. Now you see me rocking my fringes, show my old woes my back. All these trials and tribulations, they just roll off my back. When you see the bigger picture, which one of you holding me back? We completely different, ain't got a thing. Okay, it's still a no if it's a Sabbath. We don't part time to save face. On that straight and narrow while they switch sides every day. It's still a no, you can't hang with us, we on another wave, on a different level. I'm a different vessel.
Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it. Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it.
Time for the big hitters, now they playing hardball. Yeah, step up to the plate even if they throw a curveball. Shift, keep the gate, batter up, let's send the way. I see 3 on base, now it's time to take it home. In the past life, in the past time, we was knock a curve straight, now we roll, now we keep a bow. It's all looking for, yeah, off to play it safe. Bobbing like Da Vinci, pick the lot, let's open safe. Yeah, Valley of Dry Bones was an open case, open hate. Ray how y'all was eating as we disintegrate. Y'all had the playbook, knew the plan, still couldn't stop the play. We in the league of our own, now that's major weight.
Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it. Major League, we got the keys to the golden streets and the prophecies. No time to sleep, the kingdom's coming. Better be ready. Yeah, you could bet it.
Tearing down idols and we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We're throwing out crystals, we don't need these stones. And we ain't no gods, that's a job for y'all. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, Yahuwah. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Yah Israel. Tearing down idols, we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We throwing out crystals, and we don't need these stones. We ain't no gods, that's a job for Yah. Yeah. All praise. Who we say? All praise. Hey, all praise. All praise to the God Israel. Sing it again. All praise. Let's lift up a praise to God. Yeah. All praise to the Most High. All praise. We won't go the way of the pagan. We don't need no potions of sage. We won't let your word be forsaken. Even if we're hated. We won't go the way of the pagan. We don't need no potions of sage. tearing down idols, and we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the L we know. We throwing out crystal. We don't need these stones, and we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. Everybody help me say all praise. All praise to the Most. I can't hear you say. All praise to the Most. Oh, all praise. Hey, all praise. All praise to the God of Israel.
Hey, shalom, everybody. Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, Israel? Man, it was good to be back live. It's good to be back live. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I just want to make sure, man. Usually I come in, my mouth moving, but there ain't no sound coming out. So, so I got my homie, my homegirl. We up in here. This is not a podcast, but we just here to announce some things, some special events going on. There's a whole lot going on this month and next year, man. It's a lot going on. Okay, man. Say shalom.
Hey, shalom, family, man. It's an honor to be back before y'all again, man. It seemed like we take some time to get back in front of the camera and talk to y'all, but it's an honor here. I'm sure at some point we will get the podcast back going for y'all, so we can go back to having some conversations and hopefully do some new things for y'all too. But like Lo said, we got a lot of things this month. Here to just make some announcements. No problem.
Absolutely. Especially this one. she got too much going on.
I got a lot going on, but guess what? My. I wouldn't rather be no other place. Yes, indeed. Shalom, people. We back. Not officially, but you know what I mean? These are my brothers. I love them dearly. We miss y'all. We love y'all. A lot of great things that's going on. Not even just amongst us, throughout the community. It's a lot of good things that are going on, and we're going to focus on that. We ain't worried about no election. We ain't worried about none of that. We got to keep pushing.
She had to bring up the election. Yeah.
Somebody
going to break the ice. Yeah.
Girl, don't have these people on here thinking we Trump supporters. Kamala supporters. We ain't neither one.
I did not vote.
Man,
in college,
you ain't gotta say that, but we sidelines, coach. You know what I'm saying? We just sideline because I'm not in the game. I don't know what's going on in the meeting room.
Watching, just observing,
just watching. We just watching, but
say watch and pray. So they told us to watch.
Got to be watchmen around here. But you gotta admit though, stuff looking kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
From now on, don't be not giving nobody no job just because them committed a crime now. So now in America, it's okay.
Man.
It's okay to commit crime and fly it. So that's part of the requirement now. Okay.
So somebody had a post. It was like a list of companies that hired felons. I said, I added the United States of America.
Pretty much.
Start seeing signs of beauty spot. Felons needed. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro. Oh, and don't let the agenda of the men versus women thing. Don't get caught up in that stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
They keep throwing this divisive stuff at you. Don't eat it up, man. Stick with your brethren and your sisters, man.
You wonder if they all them time they showing these interracial like marriages in the last 2 years. It doesn't seem like they've been programming people, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not leaving the chocolate bed. Y'all can go over there. Y'all can go over there if you want to. Man, y'all will be a fool. And even in the community, we do this. We do this back and forth with one another. Granted, like, yes, the sisters are jacked up. We get it. I get it because I was jacked up. You know what I mean? But it takes love. It takes long suffering with your people to know that we're both jacked up. We coming from two totally different places. Yeah, she didn't know what she was doing. Yeah, the sister is jacked up. Yeah, her mind is warped. But you have to restore her in love, because I am a witness to that. I was jacked up. Like, these brothers know. Like, you got 2-3 witnesses here. I'm telling you for myself, I was jacked up. So for them to come and have loved me back to health, have nursed me back to health, and it takes obedience. But I wasn't obedient at first. I was bucking. And a lot of our sisters buck, they really scared. Because when you actually trust somebody, you love somebody as a woman, you're gonna listen to them.
And
so please.
And you know, like Jayla didn't know, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm tough. I'm more like accountability, like self accountability. And I said our men, like, and I know this is not a package. Look, we talking about podcast issues now.
I know, like,
because it's a good topic. But us men, we have to like get our position and do it right, because at the end of the day, these women, they a little nervous, and we not at our post the way we should be, and not able to stabilize them financially, security wise. They run to the other person, but we have to know where we're lacking, and then we have to be able to provide stability for our women. So we can gain that trust back. Right. I get it. We've been butt braid and did this to us and do that to us, but man, no longer, especially if you an awakened melanated person, you can't let that stuff hold you back no more. Like, we the people, or something, chains broken. You know what I'm saying? We don't go the way of the pagans. We have to have this new mind, not only by having the ruach, but being allowed that ruach to actually lead us in actuality. You know what I'm saying? And having that courage to really say, you know what, enough is enough, and assume that position, and then you can go forward and walk that thing out. And then, hopefully the women can see that example and start trusting us again. But hey, we have to earn that trust.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, both of us just need to step our games up. Point blank, period. Both of us, both men and women, ain't nobody perfect. Man, it's your job to give instructions. But if people can't see that you follow instructions well, how they gonna trust and believe in you? So you got to do what you're supposed to be doing, and everyone else will follow. So everybody's got to step their game up, man. And that's what we're going to do our best to do. Hopefully you're in your home doing that, reading your word, getting yourself together, getting your insides right, so that you can do what you need to do.
Now, see, on the other hand, with that being said, Kamala, had you contact the African Israelite Justice Foundation, you know what I'm saying? I'm
done.
I'm done. You know what I'm saying? They got to know who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was question whether you black, whether you this, whether you that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We would have been able to kind of guide you through that. Because if you look at your face, you're clearly black. But, we would have been able to help you with that part of it. And maybe you might have been victorious. But people were confused. They didn't know what color you was. They already convinced us that, it was confusing. Even though what we seeing is what we seeing. You know what I mean? So
Candace Owens told that lady up. She didn't even want to show her face and say, "We fought a great fight." Like,
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it.
Oh, special. This is special announcement.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, look, y'all. But that's our soapbox on that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Things are going to be what they are. The Most High is the one that chooses who rules. You know what I mean? And so it is what it is. We just got to play our part. At the end of the day, keep the commandments, the faith of Mashiach, and then you should be good. With that being said, we'll give you a preview, a video, a short commercial of what is going on. And then we're going to bring our brother Benaiah, so he can speak to it. So Jay, go ahead and roll that. right. All right. Man.
Oh, commercials going on, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Bam, bam, bam. I like.
Man, y'all, this is my brother Benaiah. We're gonna go ahead and invite him, man. Bring him onto the stage. Man, Aki, we go a long way. Mr. Hidden Hebrews himself. The man put out documentaries, all kinds of teachings. Man, I love to see the work that he does, and people respect him for the work that he does. I definitely respect him for the work that he does. Being able to be a brother, being able to be to listen, not only that, to be able to give advice, take advice, all these different things, man. A lot of stuff go behind the scene, Benaiah, that people don't know, that fashion us to who we are in the open. You see what I'm saying? Man, first of all, bid the people shalom. Maybe give your 2 cents about the election, and then speak to the conference.
Hey, shalom, man. It's always a blessing being among Mishpachah. Man, you guys had me in the background. I'm over here pressing the button. Let me in on that Becky initiative. I want to speak about that Becky button. Because you're right. That is a thing, man. You just see it all over the TV and stuff like that. But anyway, but yeah, it's funny because last week, or 2 weeks ago, this time, I'm thinking that, man, by the time we get to the elections, we're going to have trash cans on fire, cars turned up, buildings on fire, just thinking it's going to be all kinds of madness. But, here we are post-election, relatively calm. I'm like, wow, this what's going on? So praise the Most High, man. I guess, we'll just see what tomorrow brings. But yeah, man, it's always a blessing being among Mishpachah, man. And yeah, there's a lot, like you all said, there's a lot going on. And yeah, just want to bring that information to you.
Absolutely. Man, Aki, we've been planning this thing for a long time now. Of course, Benaiah is the president of African Israelite Justice Foundation. I'm the vice president. And of course, shout out to all the other board members and the people that helps us and counsel us through all the decisions that we make. Trust me, this ain't no fly by night type of thing. It took us a year to really even launch, just about, right? And just being able to fine tune this organization by dotting our I's, crossing our T's, being legal and doing everything the right way, and having good counsel, and even having results and being able to, advocate for our people. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm sorry. I wanted an on-the-spot question for you, the president, Benaiah, and also you, the vice president, Lawrence, about the African Israelite Justice Foundation.
Yes, sir.
How has it been navigating the waters of this endeavor of the African Israelite Justice Foundation? You have to be able to choose when you're able to help. If you're not able to help, you have to look into certain situations and things of that nature. How are y'all able to come together and process the information and make a decision? That's my one and only question, just to help give the people a view of what you guys deal with.
Ooh, we speak on that.
Man, yeah, he asked a Socrates question.
Yeah, that's a good one, Ms. Aki, because I know, like, it's funny because I know when we first started, we had all these these aspirations and goals, like, with the vacuum of the NAACP. Of course, like when the whole Kyrie Irving's thing started off with our brother Ron, and the world, found out that we didn't have any representation. There was no voice, no advocate. No one speaking up, say, whoa, and kind of reminding the world, like, hey, well, you can't say this because you guys did this like 10 years ago.
Right.
You can't say this because you guys owe us, some reparations, and we still haven't gotten paid yet. Like, just to kind of remind people and keep everybody balanced on the on the whole discussion. So we found out that there was a need there, and praise be to the Most High, moving through Lawrence and in the committee and bringing this thing together. And lo and behold, man, once we were able to get this thing off the ground, like I said, we had all these aspirations of, hey, we're going to be able to stand in the gap for Mishpachah, stand in the gap for Israel. And really our approach was like especially in my mind, it's like we had a two-pronged approach. Like, first, there's the legal aspect. We wanted to have that legal representation. But then another thing that I found out was there's the social media aspect of it, like, galvanizing movements, galvanizing, family for call-ins and write letters and protest and stuff like that. Like, that has been our history as, so-called African Americans in this country. And that's most high willing. That's one of the things I want to bring out, at the conference, just to kind of remind everybody that, we've been doing this for a long time. Like, we've been having these sit-ins, we've been having these protests. If you look at the old pictures of Martin Luther King and those hundreds of thousands of people marching through the streets and stuff like that to get things done, that's in our DNA, family. And so, that was one of the goals of our organization, was to have that social media aspect of it, where we can galvanize our community, as well as have the legal representation to help protect us. But to your point, Jay, is that how do we figure out when and where to help? That has been a huge struggle, with me and the organization, because our resources are finite. And what we tell people is that, we have 5 smooth stones, and, we don't have a big bag. And really, at the end of the day, in the scriptures, he only used 1 to get the job done. But we got 5 smooth stones. We have to, like you said, we have to pick and choose which ones we can handle. For the most part, what I try to tell people is that we are not, Israel's personal lawyer, and that's been a struggle too. Because we've had people, if I showed you some of the emails, family, about, people calling and say, hey, such and such late with the rent, can you help? Or, hey, just kind of like just regular situations of regular needs where somebody would have to ask or consult a lawyer. Those are the things that are outside of our realm that we cannot handle. But for the ones that kind of rise up to our 5 smooth stones, we'll take those. And actually, I think Lawrence has a good example of one of the ones that we took, and praise the Most High, have results for.
Right. And not only that, the idea isn't just to reiterate to people that what we handle is things that infringes upon your right, your religious freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's something like, well, you consider yourself an Israelite, this is the way you believe, and then you go and lose your job because of the way you believe. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect example of something we would do. It wouldn't be something like where you might have, killed somebody or something like that. We don't handle that type of stuff, like criminal law or something like that. We don't handle things like, we may say, hey, look, point you to like certain attorneys, options and things of that nature, but we wouldn't handle something like that. This more about infringing upon your right, keeping you from keeping the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And then we would look into that. But we don't get many of those. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of things about personal stuff, lawsuits against companies that has nothing to do with religious rights, things of that nature. So we done seen quite a bit, but praise Yah, we was able to have a perfect model case where we had great results, behind the scene, and it's still ongoing, but the result has been amazing. And no, we don't replace Mashiach. We don't replace the Most High. We're operating based on the mandate that the Most High gave us, be able to help our people further, at least being an advocate to when their rights are being infringed in terms of Torah is concerned. But I think I hit that like that. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, that's perfect, Akib. And I mean, you speaking about a lesson I'm kind of working on. It's called active faith. I know back in the day when I used to read the book, the book of Hebrews, and my mom, she was she was a teacher, she was a principal, and her major was in education. And she would always help me with my my reading and stuff like that. I used to hate reading. My thing was math, but I used to hate reading.
That's me too, math
and English. So she would always help me out with oh, this is the verb and this is the noun and stuff like that, right? So when I would read the book of Hebrews, and I would read about faith, and the thing that jumped out at me was the verbs. Like when you look at faith, by faith Moses did this, or by faith Noah did this. There's always a verb in there. There's always an action. There isn't, just people like sitting around waiting on logs and trees to come together to build a boat. No, he was out there working. You know,
Right.
Most High was with him, but he was exercising his faith. So anyway, long story short, family, you know, I just kind of echo what you were saying, Aki Lawrence, is that, you know, there's a active aspect of faith that we're operating in. And every time that we have an initiative, believe you me, we are behind the scenes praying for success, praying that the Most High leads us and guides us, orders our steps, works through our hands, grant us great victory. And granted, we're not a large organization, but you know how the Most High works. He didn't choose Israel because they were the biggest. He chose them because they were the least. So he's working through us. We very small, but praise the Most High, he's getting us some victory.
And the faith thing is everything, actually, because I'll even add to that. The faith is everything. Because what did Yahusha say, man? I would have been able to heal all y'all, but yeah, no faith. And then every time he healed somebody, he didn't say that he did it. He said it is their faith that healed them. You see what I'm saying? And so they must have done something. They must have took some initiative to be healed. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no abacadabra. Nah, it ain't none of that. He said it was because of your faith. That's where you're healed. So we believe that we can advocate for our people because we believe we can make it happen. It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying? And we were able to do that. We were able to do that because of our faith. I could have easily said, oh, Most High, you showing me this thing. This thing happened with Kyrie and Ron. And okay, come down and resolve it for us. And then he look at me like, okay, I'm giving you the idea. Now I need you to walk it out. Now, these are the people that's going to be around you. These are the people that's going to make it happen. And guess what? That's exactly what we did. We walked it out and got results. You know what I'm saying? And the people, they helped a lot. Those who have faith, what? They have faith and they donated. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Every organization in the United States or throughout the world, they don't just exist. Somebody had faith and then they did something to cause an action which brings results. And this is what we're supposed to do as well. We don't just sit around and sit on our hands. We have to make things happen. We have to make it shake. So Aki, what is it that people need to expect as far as the conference is concerned? What are some of the expectations?
Yeah, so November the 15th through the 17th. So it's literally next week. The 15th through the 17th, family, we are going to be up in Charleston, South Carolina, or down in Charleston, South Carolina, depending on where you are in the States. But Charleston, South Carolina, family. So the African Israelite Justice Foundation, we're going to have are hosting a conference, the My History, My Heritage Empowerment Summit. It's the My History, My Heritage Empowerment Summit. And we're also partnering with the Gullah Geechee Tours. So I don't know if you all are familiar with Brother Godfrey, and that's another story. But Brother Godfrey with Gullah Geechee Tours, outstanding tour guide, one of a kind. I guess at some point we'll give you the history on how this all came about. But partnering with Brother Godfrey, what he's doing is that on the 15th, which is a Friday, his tour company they're going to be giving tours starting at 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. on Friday. And then he also has additional tours. I think he has like night tours as well. But basically, he's going to give you a tour of Charleston, give you the Black history, so to speak, the history that you will not get on any other tours. This is why it's such a blessing to be able to partner with him. And, of course, he knows that we're the Israelites, and he teaches that we're the Israelites, which is one of the reasons why the city of Charleston was actually trying to get rid of them. So part of this reason why we're also having this conference in Charleston is an initiative to help Brother Godfrey in Charleston.
And to interject with what he's saying, too, the conference is just not something where we're just doing a conference, but it's also an actual interceding on his behalf because of what he's got going on. So even though it's a conference, we're literally working, standing side by side with him is basically a protest. Because when you are operating by yourself, it's easy for them to come and try to chew you out. But when you have where the Most High unify his people, which is an army that comes to aid him, the people can see, okay, this man has got help. You see what I'm saying? And we have to be able to come together in such a way where he's doing a mighty work, showing people their identity, bringing people to who they are self so they can go forward and be productive. And when they come against, and believe it or not, this is 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, and I told Brother Godfrey, we're going to help you. And I had no idea how I was going to do it. African Israelite justice didn't even exist. And then 2 years later, this man with tears, but now y'all, when he was on the meeting with us, he said, wow, you kept your promise. Like, he was just like blown. He's like, whoa, you kept your promise. But I didn't know that the Most High was going to do it with an organization. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to be faithful in what we do, and we're going to stand with him, and we're going to let the Charleston know that city that we are going to go to bat for one of ours, and hopefully the Most High is going to do something miraculous to where they leave this brother alone, or maybe he's going to use this to stir up the city. We don't know, but we're just going to go forward and watch what the Most High does, because he's one of our own. And at the end of the day, we want the Most High to have the glory, his name be magnified. And that's the whole point of this particular organization, so that when we get result, then the Most High gets the glory, and let the world and the people know that we didn't do it. It is he that did it. He's just using us. Go ahead.
Hallelujah. Yep. Because people don't know, man, it's because Brother Godfrey, so he teaches, like on his tours, he teaches that we're the people of the book.
Right.
And of course, the city of Charleston doesn't want them. They don't like that. They actually have a script. They have a script that they want all the tour guides to teach you about your history. I mean, think about that, family. So in Charleston, South Carolina, when they, which is the Mecca when it comes to slavery, right? I mean, it was one of those main ports where probably like 3/4 of the slaves that came into the U.S., came through Charleston. And actually, at some point, even in Charleston, like the whole population in Charleston, in the South Carolina, it was majority black. Like, people don't know that. Like, there was such an influx of our people in that state. Like, we were the majority at some point, but still being ruled by the minority, which is another thing. But
typical.
In Charleston, what they're doing is that they have a majority Caucasian tour guide staff or fleet. And they are having, this majority Caucasian staff or fleet teach black folks about their history. Think about that. Having somebody else teach us about our history. Then I think that Brother Godfrey said that there's two African, I'm using their terms, two African American tour guides, and Brother Godfrey being one of them, and Brother Godfrey is the only one that's teaching that we're Israel. So, of course, once he started doing that, they approached Brother Godfrey, was like, hey, you're going off script. Don't do it. So what they're starting to do was they're trying to think of the terminology. They're trying to phase them out. So whatever somebody would go to the visitor center to get like a tour. So you walk into the visitor center, you say, hey, I want to take a Gullah Geechee tour. And they'll say, okay, well, let me go and get you some pamphlets. And I know, because I've done this, because Brother Godfrey told me to do this. I went in there, asked for a Gullah Geechee tour. They'll hand you everybody else's tour pamphlet except for Godfrey's. They'll recommend everybody else's tour except for Godfrey's. So in other words, and this was hurting his business, right? It was basically, moving all the customers away from him. So praise be to the Most High that, along with this conference, that we're able to, infuse tours or customers to Brother Godfrey, as well as take advantage of the history that he has about our community in Charleston.
Absolutely. And of course, don't give it all away.
I'm sorry.
I heard there are some people that paid their tickets to come to this thing, and believe it or not, we could have easily come online and just say, hey guys, donate, but African Israelite Justice Foundation wanted to offer something. We wanted to offer the teachings. We wanted to offer great food and music and things of that nature. And not only that, something that's invaluable, the idea of being able to fellowship with one another. So we wanted to do that as a sort of kind of like a fundraiser. You know what I'm saying? By having this event. This event is literally a fundraiser, and it's also a protest against those that are coming against Godfrey. And not just Godfrey, but us. You know what I'm saying? Because if they come against him, they're really coming against us. Those who would be disenfranchised from learning their history through Brother Godfrey. You know what I'm saying? And so the idea is we want to make sure that when people go to South Carolina and they want to see the Gullah Geechee tour, that they ask for Godfrey.
Right.
Hey, I've heard of this guy. This is who I want. And so they would have no choice but to recommend him. You see what I'm saying? And so we want to make sure that he's a household name in that area. We go with force and being able to help him. With that said, I mean, anything else you wanted to add, Benaiah?
Well, yeah, just a quick rundown of the agenda. So on the 15th, there's tours going on. The 15th is that Friday, so November the 15th, that's next week. Tours that evening. And then on Shabbat, that Saturday, there's tours as well. However, there is a morning Shabbat service at Brittlebank Park on the shores of the Ashley River. So it's Ashley River. There's a Brittlebank Park. It's right across from downtown Charleston. And I think Pastor Kelly is going to be giving the Shabbat service for that. So the Shabbat service is from 10 to about noon or 1 o'clock. And so, yep, everyone's, you don't necessarily need a ticket for that. It's just kind of a pop-up Shabbat. So just pop up there. And yeah, we have some chairs out there for you. I checked the weather. I think the weather's supposed to be around maybe 70 or maybe a little bit below 70, but nice weather outside, sunny. Don't have any rain on the forecast, so I think we're okay at least for now. But Shabbat tours on Shabbat, Sabbath day service on Shabbat, and then that Sunday is when we're going to actually have the conference, and the conference is going to start. I think we have a 10 a.m. start time for the conference, and like Aki Lorvins was saying, like we're going to have our musical guests, Yapa Q, Jay Lutch, Asaph. It's funny because when you was going through your the music ensemble at first, I had to check out my Shazam and grab some of those music, and I had to update my playlist. So I was trying to figure out if I had to stick that song below Jay Lutch or above Yapa Q. Anyway, I figured it out. But we're gonna have Miss Pakai out there, music. Going to be serving lunch, not just any lunch, Gullah Geechee lunch. Emily Meggett, who was a renowned chef in the Charleston area, she passed away, but her granddaughter is carrying on the legacy. So she will be preparing our meal. Praise be to the Most High. And we actually just talking about this. We're going to have a little extra. Now we don't need people bringing, taking the whole plates and pans home now, but just, maybe a small plate or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little small plate or something. But we got you covered, family. We got you covered. And then and we're gonna have our lawyer out there giving some information as well. And just some sessions. And then praise be the Most High. We'll send you home with a lot more knowledge. And and that'll be the first annual. Hopefully, this will be an annual event that we'll have. And I'm not sure if it'll be Charleston every single time, but yeah, this is just the first annual African Israelite Justice Foundation conference.
I mean, with that being said, man, let me introduce you guys to some of the guests. Obviously, Benaiah said that Jay Lutch, Yapa, will be performing. She got a new single out coming soon called Good Morning. New album 747 is coming out as well. So she's going to definitely bless you guys with some new music. And of course, we got my Aki, Zamar, Yasharel, bring him on the stage. And then we got Asaph, Leah, and Leah's lovely wife. And by the way, she got the same birthday as I do. So, I'm just saying. But, awesome people, man. Awesome friends. Being able to prove one another behind the scene. And the work ethic is just, it's just, second to none. Both of these brother and his wife. And so, it's just amazing to be able to, when the Most High put puzzles around you, you see what I'm saying, to be able to accomplish what it is that he purposed for you to do. And each one of us, and we're all different in so many different ways, but we are able to come together and work in such a way where he gets the glory. I mean, Zamaya Sherelle, you already know. You know what I'm saying? And welcome, bid the people shalom, and what is it you're looking forward to do, and go from there. And then ASAP, you can do the same thing.
Shalom, shalom, Mishpachah, Baruch atah ba'Hashem Yahusha HaMashiach. Blessed are you in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. Listen, I'm excited for this weekend. Spend time with y'all crazy people. and of course be a part of this historical event. I believe it's going to be monumental, and the Most High is going to be glorified. So listen, I'm just here for everything. I'm here for it all, man.
Man, all praise to the Most High, man. We're very happy, that you heed the call, man. Because every time I call you, you're more than ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And because you're prepared, the Most High has prepared you, and so it's good to have your friendship, being able to come through and do this work, man. Asaph, what's going on?
My man Low.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Man, it's man, listen, I can't wait to get down there. It's always a hoot, being with y'all jokers, but I also, to finally get to meet my man Benaiah in person. We follow each other on Facebook, got each other's number, check on each other, say what up, but we ain't never met in person. So to get to meet him in person and to get to see my family, all y'all, man, and for us to hang out and bring the kids down, hang out with the kids. Hopefully you probably bring her little ones. And tomorrow might bring his little ones. But anyway, we will we'll be very, very excited to be with you guys and to get to minister with y'all and to serve our people, man. And I'm very excited about the tours. The tours aren't very expensive. So it's something you want to get on and be a part of. I feel like it's a lot of knowledge going to go forth. There'll be a lot of knowledge going forth during those tours. And so we're very excited about being a part of that. And just like I said, just overall, just being with our people, eating some of that good food and all of that. Me and the wife be excited. So
it's crazy. Explain to the people, Zamar, you and Asaph. It's one thing to be at home watching on YouTube, right? Or it's one thing to be conversing over the phone or through text or through DMs and things of that nature with your mishpachah. But bro, explain to them, because I ain't gonna be able to put it in words, when you come together though, when you're physically there and you actually like one another. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's explain that part of it, because to me, you can't even put a price on that, especially when you're in awakening and really trying to mesh with people. Explain that, just that part. Forget the tour, forget the music, forget all of that, but just the fellowship part of it. Zamar, you go first.
Oh man, it's everything. It puts stuff in perspective. You get to see a person up close and feel their energy, and be around that atmosphere. It energizes you, and it actually really is more than just talk. You actually be able to walk out us being mishpachah, us being family, and you're gonna experience it in real time that you just can't get over the internet like that. It's not the same. I can, we know you're pot crazy. I can hear her laugh in person, man. It infects you. You can't get that over the internet. So just being around the people, and you really feel the power, and you feel the Ruach HaKodesh moving through our nation in a way that you just can't experience over the internet and over the chats. And it's real life, man. Praise God.
Yeah, because you see your pa, she jokes a lot, when she's, but to be in person, that's what I'm saying. It is very different. Now, it's funny on here and it's exciting, but when just Jay Lush and just being able to, and believe it or not, even with Zamar and them, shoot, it's no holds bar, but when we together, it's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? But next time, explain to you explain your perspective.
I won't speak to that, but it's always a hoot, like I said. So I'll say like this, man. We're doing the work. You know what I mean? And it's like when you're dealing with people that's doing the work, we constantly at this every day, every week. from Shabbat to Shabbat, from feast day to feast day. It's a difference, man, when you listen to people's music, and the music kind of makes you feel at home and all that. But one of the things I can attest to, even with just these people that's on this live now, my family, they have become like my family. None of us are superstar minded, right? None of us are like all of us are like regular just people. Like, and so, if you're in this awakening and you just like, okay, these are some of my favorite artists, whatever, we're the type of people that you can sit down with us and kick it with us and laugh with us and play, and talk, crack jokes, all that type of stuff. And so I think it's just a different thing when you're able to sit down with and talk with and laugh with and worship with the people that you listen to, you know what I'm saying? And the people that you in your home and you listening to your power, you listen to Lush, you listen to Lorvis, you listen to Zamar, you listening to ASAP Aaliyah. Well, guess what? When you come to these events, you get to sit down with us and kick it with us and talk with us. And really, honestly, what you'll see is we feel like it's our pleasure to do that with you. Right. And that's the type of people that we are. It's the type of people that, we're not like hard to reach people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's one of the things that always turned me on about all of these guys is just being down to earth and being touchable and being reachable. And actually it just being really a privilege for us to touch and reach you. And so I think that's an important thing. When you see a Benaiah, you know what I'm saying, that's doing the big things he's doing, all of this research and these things that he puts together. So yes, he's going to teach powerful courses and all of this type of stuff. But you get to actually sit down and talk to him and pick his brain. And, maybe you'll have that time, maybe not, but at least you'll get to shake his hand and say, what up? Hey, and so that's all. It to me is just really, really good and beneficial to be in person and to be able to actually put the puzzle pieces together, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, from feast day to feast day, from event to event,
And how does that feed into the idea with you having a wife, you know what I'm saying, and her being able to experience some of these things too? And of course, I know she can speak to that too, but go ahead, sis.
It really is a blessing to be able to experience this in the awakening, to be alongside with your husband, with your friend, and now Mishpakat, with all the distractions and everything that's going, on around on the outside, we ain't even got to worry about that. We have things to do. We have feast days and we have family. We got friends, we have sisters and brothers in Yasharel, and that's a true blessing. And to attest to what my husband said, my ish said, we're touchable, we're reachable. It's a blessing to talk to people and to see people face to face and to hug them and to encourage them face to face, versus just always over the internet or Zoom or whatever it may be. It's a blessing because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we are supposed to do when we gather from near and far. We love on each other. We edify each other. We encourage each other. So I am excited to do the will of the Most High.
And you know what? It's crazy that you said that, because I think us as Israelites need to understand, especially those with children. I don't have any, but those with children, you have a son or you have a daughter. The more you fellowship with one another, you get to know one another. You get to know each other's household. At the end of the day, your son and your daughter, what home are you placing them in? Right. You see what I'm saying? Because if you want that righteousness to continue that your father has instilled in the children, or the daughter, the mother is instilling the daughter, right? When you meet one another, you find these different, now you are able to, you know what? Well, how old is your son? You know what I'm saying? You get to start talking about these things. And I know it's crazy, and it might, but y'all need to think about these things.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Because your kid's gonna go to, what they call it, public school, and bring Tyrone to the crib, and you be like, who's this?
Yep.
You don't keep touring, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So you start hanging around one another because, man, the seeds have to continue. Benaiah, speak to a little bit about that, being able to because I know you got kids, right? And Zamari, you can speak to that too.
Yeah, actually, I think my oldest son, who's in college, I think he's supposed to be coming down with me or coming over with me. Yeah, sometimes when I do the conferences and stuff, he operates the video the cameras and stuff like that. So he's a whiz when it comes to the technical stuff. But yeah, it's just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing to be able to share that. You hear people talk about being about that life, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Time to be about that life.
Right. So I'm thankful at least my children are around it and that they can see it. They can make that decision as they move into their adulthood. As far as which way to go, and it won't be because they don't know, right?
Right.
As far as whichever direction they choose, but because we've trained them up in the way that they should go. But yeah, it's a blessing, man.
How old is your son? All right. How old is your son?
19, just turned 19.
All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But now is a good stop. Y'all already see that. You got a son that's 19. I'm trying to tell you. So,
oh, he's still young now, Aki. He's still young now.
Oh, yeah, he's still young. But I'm sure somebody got a 17, 18-year-old daughter somewhere out there to be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good start. And maybe be around. Be around. Because, what about you, Zavar?
Hey, I think it's amazing because unfortunately, we all don't, our family dynamic is kind of not in line with what scripture would look like, in a sense, because you may have people like, for example, I came into the awakening and I had a child from before, and
right.
So he wasn't raised up in the awakening, and his mom kind of teach him a different way. But now that he's coming into the awakening, he's able to come to these gatherings and see these young women who are raised a certain way and realize how far he has to go. And even at Oxford's age, like, man, they know so much about the word, man, I gotta get right, So it kind of gives you a measuring stick as well, for our young people and just see where we are. But still, he's able to see young women being raised in a royal way that he don't see at school, and so it's very important for him to see that other side.
Yeah, and I think
and these realize, look, you got some Kotes out here that's ready. They're being raised up as daughters of Yasharel and his wives, and you don't get that in the world, man. So
yeah, and I asked those questions because talking about this because of gatherings like this. That's what it does. You see what I'm saying? You're able to get together. You're able to talk, get to know one another, and you learn your history. You see the music, and every gathering I've been, and Q can even speak to that. Like her kid, where's in Mexico? You know what I'm saying? Like because we can have fun as Israelite because, and I think in this awakening, people wake up and then they stop living. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't stop living. It is a lot of people get in the awakening and they grab like 5 buckets and then they go on the seashore and see how many rocks they can fill in this bucket. And then they go home and they sit at the keyboard and then they sit there like, let me see who I can stone today. You see what I'm saying? Like this is literally a lot of us, this is what we do. Like, man, life is way bigger than that. It is way bigger than that. And so, for those that have 5 buckets that's filled with stone, take those buckets, dump the rocks away, right? You know what I'm saying? And get out there. You see what I'm saying? Because somebody might be waiting with a rock to throw at you too. So with these type of gatherings, you see what I'm saying? With these type of gatherings, you get to learn one another. On the keyboard, you can't. I don't know who you are. I just know you talk a lot. I just know you type a lot. But when you get to know each other personally, you be able to like dissect one another, be able to figure out what may offend you, may not offend somebody else. You see what I'm saying? And because we're all different. But yeah, speak to that. Your kids, they love going through these stuff. Is she all right? She look like she's malfunctioning. You muted.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I was like, when you called me the first time, I was like, I'm ready to be serious. Oh, well, yeah, my children, they absolutely love gathering. They, man, my baby told me the other day, she woke up on Shabbat, she said, we need to go gather. And mind you, we like 2 hours away. So I told her, I said, hey, okay, I'm gonna start making that sacrifice, getting up to go gather. Because they missed that and they've been in it for a while. Heck, I'm 10 years. So they've been going to gather, they've been going to Sukkos and Passovers and stuff like that. And they love it and they miss it, And this thing about, I even had to come into the knowledge of, man, I got daughters. My daughters are teenagers. I'm telling them now, hey, you're going to be a wife. This is, I'm teaching you to be a wife to some man, some righteous man. And yeah, Zamar, watch your baby. I just had to watch your son.
Is that something going on?
I had to punch my face.
Hey, you gotta tell me something. Tell me.
No, I'm just playing, but no, this is what, like you're saying, like they're gonna start meeting each other. They're gonna start exchanging numbers. They're gonna start being curious because I talk to my daughters, and I'm pretty sure every household would talk to their children. This is what it's about. It's about family, you know. So them being brought up in that mindset, they miss you guys. They love you guys. But Belle, is that Jay Lunch on the phone? Is that Lorvin? Is that like she know y'all? And it's just a beautiful thing because my family, oh, if they watch it, I'm sorry, y'all, but we dysfunctional. We didn't have that. Our family reunions was crazy. You know what I mean? Our family dynamic were all crazy. I found more love and more sense of family with people amongst the awakening than I did with my own family. And still I'm restoring that. I'm in active restoration of my own family. So it's just a beautiful thing. It really is.
Jay Lush, I know you ain't say nothing. I know we got to wrap up, but you got anything to say?
I think these fine young people have said it perfectly. I don't need to say much. Everyone said it on point. This is family, and for me, I'm gonna do everything to protect it. I'm gonna do everything to love on it. And I'm gonna do everything to make sure that they're okay. So this is it. We all we got. That's
right.
it. That's all I got to say. I ain't got nothing else to say.
And well, I don't say this is all we got, but bring a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the Most High.
I mean, until it grows.
Right. The Most High, he does the sifting and things of that nature. But like, I love people, man, and I love to see people happy. I love to see people like prosper and grow. You know what I'm saying? I have this thing with me, man. If you around me, if you ain't getting better, then I'm failing. You see what I'm saying? I'm failing. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to get better. Not only that, but get better than me. Yahusha said, for people will come and they'll do greater things than what he did. So at the end of the day, don't expect people around you to do greater things than you. You see what I'm saying? They're supposed to know what you know and then go on to do even greater things. If you got people around you and you're supposed to be a leader and they not getting better. So, I mean, I'm not going to say you fail as a leader, but me personally, I would feel like I'm not doing good as a leader. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave you to judge yourself as to whether you would do that. But with this conference, that's what we're about. We're about leadership. We're about empowering people, because it says my history, my heritage, right? And it talks about empowering. So the people that comes to this conference, it's about being in power, not just with the knowledge, but with the act of fellowship. You see what I'm saying? With the act of being able to show the fellowship instead of talking about the fellowship. But now, you got any last word you want to mention?
Well, just real quick, since we were talking about family, so the conference is at a park. It's called Charlestown Landing. It's Charlestown Landing. It's a huge park. I mean, it literally has like a zoo on it, It has an African American grave site on it, some other archaeological things on it. So if you do end up bringing your family, you know, when you put the address in Google Maps, and it's going to take you to the parking lot up, you know, in the park. And when you get to the parking lot, on one side is the entry to the park, like the entry to the zoo and all the other stuff, and on the other side is Founders Hall, which is where we're having the event. So I said all that to say, if you get there early, you can definitely go and check out the park. I would just say, you know, bring your walking shoes. That park is huge. That's where they do have the replica ship. It's not necessarily a slave ship, but it's one of those. I forgot what the way that she described it, but it's some sort of transport ship. But you know, I'm sure the kids will love it, and it's as well as the zoo as well. And then the last thing is, and this for Miss Picard that's on the live here. If you get to Charleston early, look me up, because it's funny, because the last time I was in Charleston, Brother Godfrey was like, because I was asking Brother Godfrey, I was like, man, where can I find some good soul food? And so he gave me a list, right? And I picked it, and I don't know if you ever tasted food so good that when you took that first bite, you just automatically made a sound. Like I was sitting in my truck and I took the bite and I just found myself going, and I was like, man, this made me make a sound.
Go ahead and explain the goodness. Explain the goodness.
I know that's great. You probably took about 2 hours to leave.
And so I called Brother Godfrey back. I was like, bruh, this is it. And he was like, yeah, they good. He's like, but the vendor we have cooking at the conference is better. I was like, wow, okay. So if you all come early, I'm gonna take you to the spot I went to, and then we can go to the conference, and you can make up your own mind which is better.
And if y'all know anything about me, I'm gonna feed you. We gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably have double the amount of food now that Benaiah, they say, hey, get extra. So we're gonna get extra food. So make sure y'all nice and full and things of that nature. And we're gonna make sure you guys are empowered musically with Asaph and Leah, with Zamar Yasharel. We got your Pa Q and a J Lutch, and of course myself. You know, I'm trying to like not do anything really when it comes to the music and let them do whatever. But
everybody face was like, what? What's that Westbrook meme? What's that Westbrook?
Look at Lutch. Look at Jay.
That Westbrook meme. What?
we apologize, everyone who's watching. He get a little sick every now and then.
He got a deficiency.
Some kind of way. We're gonna get him some water, some fluids. Make sure you're all right. He gonna be ready to sing. You know, when the time comes, y'all. Sorry about that.
Boy, ASAP, boy, I talk about you transform real fast. Oh man, ASAP, Zamar, y'all got any last words and y'all want to tell the people what to expect, things of that nature, man? And if anything y'all got coming up, and but before y'all do that, Benai, can you tell them where, if last minute tickets? There's really not many, but go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. Just if you get a chance, family, go to IsraeliteJustice.org. That's IsraeliteJustice.org. I guess I can put it in the chat. But IsraeliteJustice.org, and then click on the events tab. Yep, and it has all the information there. Hotels, all the way at the bottom of the page. And you can also purchase your tickets there as well. So IsraeliteJustice.org, and it is November the 15th through the 17th.
All right, appreciate it, Benai. Man, it's a pleasure to have you on. I need to bring you on a little bit more. I know the people would love to hear, especially a lot of things, maybe some, nuggets that you can give that you research and find. So, but we'll talk about that behind the scenes, especially when we bring the podcast back, have you a special guest sometimes. I'm sure the people would enjoy you.
Yeah, you talk the Becky Initiative and Trump. Just call me up.
Yeah, I know you're ready. I know you're ready for that. Man, but man, thanks for coming. All right, so Samara, Yasharel, and then Asaph after that.
Yeah, listen, I'm just excited. I'm already packed. I'm ready to see you guys and just gain what I can from this whole experience. And listen, I'm ready. So I'll see y'all soon. If y'all be be merciful for me. So I'll
Man,
pray for
I'll praise the Most High for that. All right, Mr. Asaph and Miss Leah.
Man, look, I ain't got much to say. All we gonna show up, do our little singing, get out the way, and watch y'all sing and dance and roll around the floor, and we just can't wait to hear your Pines, Amar, and Lorvis and Jay Lutch, and I can't wait to sit down at the feet of the great Benaiah and hear some of the good research that he's doing. So yeah, we're gonna come serve and get out the way, man. I can't wait to be with y'all.
And then we also have Godfrey. He's going to be there too, giving a little brief synopsis in regards to what he knows in terms of research. Matter of fact, he's in the chat. So man,
oh, shalom.
Yeah, he's there. So
can't wait to go on the tour.
Yeah, shalom. They gonna be pretty busy because a lot of people booked the tour. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got a couple of them.
Man, all praises. So man, I know he's very thankful for what's going on, and we stand with you, Brother Godfrey, you and David. We stand with you. So we coming out there. We gonna spiritually fight this thing, and then we gonna stand arm in arm with you, and let the people know that we think you're special, and what you are doing over there is a great work, and so we're gonna stand with you, always. But Jay Lutch, your pop. But before y'all do that, can you show the next event that's about to go down?
Morning. Open my eyes, looking at the clock, gotta get to work now. Good morning. Searching my heart, looking at the clock, gotta get to work now. Good morning. Paid all my bills, got a few meals, gotta get to work now. Good morning. My bad, I done flipped out, but thank you for waking me up. Got a bad phone call, they trying to mess my day up. I'm on borrowed time, and now you don't pay. You're not too clean.
Okay.
You always get me going, man.
Hey, I'll make sure Benaiah get that too. I know he gonna need that song right there. What I'm trying to tell you, but go ahead.
Well. You all are all invited. Those out there, people on the platform. November 28th, we will be in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Ballin Thru Babylon Bash, B3. Ballin Thru Babylon Bash. Let's see, Brother Monologue is hosting the event. It's a free event, free basketball. It's a free entry, free food, free concert. Everything is free. It's even free vending. Okay, pass this along. Everything is free. November 28th, he put it around that day because most of us are off. It's around Thanksgiving. It has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. I am going to be performing, of course, alongside with my brother, my people, and please come out. Please come out and support. Although it's free, you might get shoot brother a little something. He got bounce houses. Bring your children. It's very kid friendly. I'm going to be performing Good Morning as well as some other things off of my album. It's exciting. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful time.
You actually got two performances that day.
I do. The podcast that I was on at Play Studio where 85 South was hosted, they have a live performance there with a live band, and I'm also scheduled to perform there the next day. So it's a lot going on. The Most High has been very, very good. Don't forget, I think you can get the tickets. I know we said free, but I believe you do have to register for the tickets at www.3mg.com.
Right. Yeah.
3mg.com.
And this is an event that's being hosted by House of Monologue. Shout out to Monologue. Appreciate the opportunity for us to be able to come and perform and things of that nature. Jay Lush gonna be in the building as well. So if you are in Atlanta, if you are near Atlanta, heck, if you even got the means and you want to take a flight to come check it out, come. It's a family event. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And no, this is not a Thanksgiving event. All right, just because it's on the same day. You know, I know a lot of Israelites, like I said, with the rocks in the bucket, ready to throw it. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody breathes and they have breath, and you got to breathe on Thanksgiving Day too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you can jump over that day. So, you know, so just keep in mind, it's a family event that they're doing. It's a righteous event trying to keep the family what? Together, right back to family. And this is what it's about. All right. And we don't do pagan days, none of that. All right. But we're going to come together and we're going to have a good time righteously. I think that's about it. And we have some more exciting news to share with you guys that's happening next year as well, especially with GAI, with the African and going to Africa to do some concert things of that nature. So, man, be on the lookout for that. And also, there's another conference that's happening in December with Ron Dalton. Got a new movie, part 2, that's going to be coming out. It's on December the 27th to the 29th. Of course, we'll give y'all some more updates on that. That's going to be really, really good. And that's going to be in North Carolina. So we got South Carolina, November. North Carolina is going to be in December. So a lot's going on. So, you know, we'll talk to you, Godfrey, in regards to that conference as well. So maybe you guys may be able to do something. So, hey, a lot going on, but a lot of the stuff that, you know, we plan on doing, we want to make sure that you guys can be edified and get the most out of it. You know, especially the fellowship aspect of it, the worship aspect of it, and being able to learn and take something back home so you can be productive. Other than that, that's it. I mean, anything else? Did I miss anything?
Got it all covered, Doc.
All right. All right. Well, Israel, shalom, shalom. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night. Share this live so people can get the information. And Benaiah, thank you for coming on. Zamar, Yashra, thank you. And of course, Asaph and Leah. And I know this is not the podcast, Jay Lush, but I think it's still befitting. You know that.
Still befitting?
Yeah, it's still befitting.
Okay. Well, we leave y'all with the greatest 2 commandments of all time. Love the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul. And love thy neighbor as thyself.
You had one job.
I expect that. Hey, go ahead and play that. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, play that one more time.
Yeah, I got it. Let's get it. Let's see. Where is that? Oh yeah, it's crazy because I rewinded like I knew it was coming again.
Y'all can stay behind
that back.
Tearing down idols and we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We're throwing out crystals. We don't need these stones. And we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, Yahuwah. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Yah Israel. Tearing down idols, we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the hell we know. We throwing out crystals, and we don't need these stones. We ain't no gods. That's a job for Yah. Yeah. All praise. Who we say? All praise. Hey. All praise. Sing it again. All praise. Let's lift up a praise to Yah. Yeah. won't go the way of the pagan. We don't need no potions of sage. We won't let your word be forsaken. Even if we're hated, even if we're hated, we won't go the way of the pagan. We don't need no potions of sage. We won't let your word. No, even if we won't go the way. We don't need no potions of sage. We won't let your word be forsaken. Even if we're hated. Tearing down idols and we cutting down poles. We calling back Israel to the L we know. We throwing out crystals. We don't need these stones, and we ain't no gods. That's a job for y'all. Everybody help me say all praise. All praise to the most. I can't hear you say. All praise to the most. All praise. Hey, all praise. All praise to the God of Israel.
Well, that thing's something serious, ain't it?
That thing's something serious. I can't hear you say. Right? Killing it. Yeah.
Oh, low burn. That's it. Anything else you want to say? No, you muted.
Yeah, he mute.
No, we good. That was We the People. Hey, GAI, that's what's up, man. They rock that song. That song, that's like the anthem, man. It's my anthem now. So, and then of course we had the first artist. I believe that was Jamil Trunk Rattler.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had, of course, Jasmine featuring
Sagala.
Alan Yapaku.
Some people don't know the cue, man. But so that is it. That is it, man. Shalom. Y'all have a good night.
What were you supposed to say?
Talk.
Featuring me. It's me. Like what's
y'all know why she can't recognize herself, right?
I'm gone. I'm offended.
I guess we're gonna leave y'all with this, family.
Leave with that. Yeah, let's leave with that.
Open my eyes, looking at the clock, gotta get to work now. Good morning. Searching my heart, looking at the clock, gotta get